Look at what's in the panel. Just a second here. Here's the panel. This is a KN53. It's a complete separate nav head, and it has a glide slope for precision approach. I'm getting glare from the windshield. It's got a brand new windshield in it. Let me try to get on an angle here where I don't get it. Anyhow, when you press the switches here on the unnecessary, this controls the big black switch I showed you down there. This button you push and it tells you if the lights are all working. It's a test. And when you press 1 and you're on the KN53 for VOR or precision approach, operates the 206 head. Hit the switch again, then it switches to running the VOR indicator, but not the precision for the GPS. Then this is a radio, 197, and the audio panel for King. This is what I took out. I took out a KNS80, so I have this extra space, and I've got to make a plate. This is all new. Put in a new, and they had the cutout in the top of the panel with a cover, and I put an aluminum plate in there in case somebody wants to stack up some more radios later. They can lift this, cut this out, and raise it back up again. And I moved the transponder over onto the right side here as per the drawings, and you can get the drawings from Mall. It's approved. It's on the TC. I'll tell you about that later. And then I installed this little audio panel. Now, everything they send you the jacks and the cables. They're already soldered on beautifully. All you do is put them in. Then they send you an extra set. These are not, you'll see two down here. These are not, have not been labeled yet. They're installed, and these are aux jacks in case I lose the audio panel and the ISOCOM. So I can plug my headset in down here. These are aux plugs. I can plug my headset directly in here and go to the radio if the radio is operable. Same way over here is my other set for my Copilot. They're not labeled yet. And everything comes color-coded. It's real simple, very, very simple. I've gone to the EI Fuel Totalizer, which is approved to replace the fuel gauge, fuel pressure gauge. This is my manifold pressure, and you can see it goes up high because it's turbocharged. But I don't like wet fuel coming inside the cockpit. I just think that I don't like a pressure fuel, and there's a line that comes from the fuel pressure system that hooks the back of this. So I blacked that part of the gauge out so it can't be used, observed, or it's not there any longer. Because the EI gauge, fuel gauge, is approved replacement, and it's got pressure, and I can put a warning in there that'll blink a light. If you ever lose pressure on fuel or oil, you're going to lose the engine. You're going to have destruction before you look. Nobody ever pays attention to these gauges. The chances of you seeing an oil drop are probably 1 in 1,000. And that's I would like also an oil gauge in here that would go off, say if it went down to 40 pounds PSI or something. That'd give me time to shut the engine down, glide the airplane down to a safe place and restart it and get down. Everybody that loses engines from oil pressure, they never noticed it. We look at them when we take off. We look at them at runoff. They used to call the little red lights idiot lights. These are idiot gauges. These gauges that tell us information both and have lights on them that blink are genius gauges. After I had one of these, well, I had a whole set of these in another airplane. I don't want to fly without them. There's several companies that make them. I just particularly like EI because I had it in my Harmon rocket. So this is a fuel management gauge. It'll warn you, every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes. It does all kinds of wonderful things. And it can fail too. Anything in here can fail. It's just a safety system. And those of you that have never run an airplane out of fuel because you forgot to switch a fuel tank, just keep flying. I thought it never happened to me, and I thought only idiots did it, and it happened to me once in Florida because I was rubbernecking looking for a tower down there. that I didn't know the particular location of it, and I ran it out on one tank. I just dropped the nose, she refired, and I reached down and grabbed the fuel tanks. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off for now.